here we are. We're talking about Pulcinella. My only big quip with playing this is that almost everyone messes up the rhythm, and it's really common to see this with bad rhythm because it is written in a way that sounds inherently not musical, because we're in duet with the trombones, right? We're not blending with the strings. It's a really nasty sort of duo, and these figures in like what we have in measure 2 are literally written out trombone glisses, basically. The trombone has, right? And so, unfortunately, in my opinion, unfortunately, what happens most is that players will go, right? That's double the length of what's actually written, right? Because by the time you're here, that's the second half of the rest, right? As opposed to bum, 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 yep, bum, right? Bum, bum, yep, bum. There's a whole eighth note rest. Half of that bar is empty. So it's just really needs to be careful about that. Yeah.
Do you do 4-1-1 or 4-4-1?
I do 4-4-1 and I just smear it because it's so fast. It is that fast.
What note is that chord here?
A, F.
I guess
There's no note in the middle. It's a glitch.
probably the triad notes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the outer edges of it, but it's essentially a gliss. Right? You hear the edges, but that's it. But that rest, I think, is the most important part. Yep, bum. Right? It's in everybody's part, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole other thing in there. Now, then what we started, basically that's my biggest qualm with playing it from a rhythmic standpoint. And that comes up a couple times. Yagadum in the B section. But then what we come to basically is just being able to play the same articulation at the frog and at the tip, right? Right? Keeping it. Right? And most importantly, the downbeat must sound like a downbeat. It can never be right? It's not, because this has to be what genre is, or what era does this fall under, this piece?
Romantic, late.
No, it's very, very typically not late romantic.
No.
It's post late romantic.
Opposite side of that then.
Right. Who wrote this?
Stravinsky.
Right? Late Stravinsky. What was he doing? Where was late Stravinsky living?
New York.
Not New York. Close. Kind of close.
LA?
Yeah, he was in Berkeley. He was in Hollywood, trying to write film scores and couldn't get any work. He was experimenting with writing 12-tone music, couldn't get any work because everybody hates that. The Stravinsky 12-tone music is actually pretty cool. But then he does this, a couple other pieces, the octet, the Stravinsky Octet for Winds, which if you don't know it is really quite incredible. But it's a compositional style called neoclassicism, right? So post-Baroque, we're bringing back Pulcinella. A lot of these are taken from 13th, 14th century Italian art song. And then Stravinsky has taken them and he's bending them around. So where in the Baroque, in the classical that he's taking from, it probably would have been with it on the beats like that and with typical pickups. But Stravinsky is taking that same style style, and just moving everything around a little bit in such a way that makes it quirky or that makes it not quite fit in the same. That's my theory on this, is that he's putting the pickups on the downbeats and accenting them in such a way that's going to make that good, right? That's a really important hallmark of what is going to make this excerpt work, right? Have to have accents on those downbeats. Da-da-da, 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 right? And then coming back, we have this stuff. Boy, it's a lot of lines. Bum, 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 bum. Start this down. Down, down.
So it's a solo piano.
It's a gliss. 4, 2, 4. And you'll come right back to where you started,
Is
right?
that the dynamic?
Double forte? Yeah.
Wait.
Subito
At the
double.
end?
Subito forte.
Oh, you were doing the one at the beginning. Okay.
Well, those
I was looking at the
are
one
glisses too. He just wrote gliss under this. Right? It is that fast. Yep, bum, yep, bum, bum. And the second bum is where the rest starts. Bum, bum, bum. Good. Now, second ending. There's a good opportunity for what I like as a trick fingering here. In 88, third bar of 88, something that you can do is come down normally and then get to 1 on this F on the A string. 1, 3, and then thumb on D on the G string. So it's only one shift and a couple weird string crossings, but you can get in one shift, which works kind of nicely. And it's one of the, you stay low in the string longer. So if you can get a good sound on this low F and get the rest of the run is very, very manageable. Does everyone see that? So 1, 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right? Does everyone see that?
That's 24.
The right after the second ending,
Second and
the repeat sign.
this is in the part you sent us.
There should be a repeat sign anyway.
Do you see?
Yeah, it doesn't have like the second ending bar. Even mine is just like, it's literally just that.
Oh, it just goes on. Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that goes C F
Wait,
C F
The
G.
one you gave us is like
Oh,
a,
Yeah,
like an excerpt edition thing.
Oh no. Well, if you can, if anyone has a better one.
It does go on right there.
Yeah. What bar is that for
This
everyone
is
else?
like
I can't
24,
tell
right?
what this is.
Yeah. Where it's
All the
F, C,
accents.
D.
16
F C D E F G A B C. Goes up to the high C.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
there.
So you can go 1, 3, thumb 1, 2, shift G A B C, and it's all in one shift. And because it's fast, I kind of like that. Just because it is really coming in hot, right? Right. And once you get up to the top string, you can really nail and really drive in there. Same thing coming in. Bum, bum, yum, 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 yum. And then this stuff, I don't know if your parts are slurred in, but is it totally. And then come out of that, right? It's tough, but you just really snap off those grace notes. from then on, you're pretty much good coming up. Yeah, yeah,
I noticed, Dr. Whitaker put sloppy in on this part.
yeah. Yeah.
Is that appropriate?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely, you see, it's definitely slinky, sort of. It has like a, late Stravinsky has, it's, a lot of it is very esoteric, very academic, but he also was a huge fan of jazz and of Parisian sort of coffee salon music, and there's a lot of that mixed into a lot of Stravinsky, and there's a lot of things in Soldier's Tale and the octet from this time period that are mixing themselves into his work. A lot like a lot of other composers, it's really filtering through everything he's doing, which includes glasses of scotch in weird Paris nightclubs in the 20s, you know? Yeah, there's definitely like a cabaret sort of feeling in a lot of these, like, yeah. I've been convinced by that too. It's super out of tune, sorry, but yeah, things like that that make it more sort of dancey, more cabaret style, more salon feel.
So what's like the context? And is there anything else happening? Or, I don't know this piece at all. So.
This is its own standalone movement. It features a lot of trombone, and it's basically bass and trombone. Let me find it real quick. Did I bring my
So it's like a real soloist, like it's just one bass.
Yeah, one bass with the rest of the section reading the other line, which I don't know if that one. There is another bass line which I have here, but I'll make a scan of this and get it to you.
Is this part different than this one?
Do you have the handwritten one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one we used last year. That one's online. I could email it to everyone.